This is Prayer Reflections audiobook. Hello and welcome. Have a good time listening. In the name of Allah, Imam Abu Abdullah is known as Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyya, may God be merciful to him. He revived the Sunnah and restrained innovation. He said what follows. Important rules. Conditions one must meet in order to benefit from the Quran. If you want to benefit from the Quran, you must concentrate and devote your heart solely when reciting and listening to it. You must pay attention and try to comprehend the fact that what you are reading is the word of Allah, God. As you read, you must know that Allah, God, is addressing you in and through this Quran. Indeed, it is the words of Allah to you through the tongue of His Messenger.
إن في ذلك لذكرى لمن كان له قلب أو ألقى السمع وهو شهيد.
Which means, verily, therein is indeed a reminder for him who has a heart or gives ear while he is heedful. Chapter 5, Qaf, verse 37. Obtaining the perfect effect depends upon the stimulus, the place of the receiver, the condition for the effect to occur, and the absence of any obstacle that may obstruct the effect. The above verse explains all that in the most precise and clear words. When Allah, God, says which means, verily, therein is indeed a reminder, it's a sign for what had passed from the beginning of the chapter until this verse. His saying, for him who has a heart, refers to the place of the receiver, and it means the living heart which comprehends what Allah, God, says. For example, when Allah, God, says,
إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين.
Which means, this is only a reminder and a plain clear Quran, that he Muhammad or the Quran, may give warning to him who is living, a healthy-minded believer. Chapter Yasin 36, verses 69 and 70. Who is living, means the one who has a living heart. And when Allah, God, says which means, or gives ear, means the person listens to what is being said to him. And this is the condition in order to be truly affected by the words. And his saying while he is heedful, means to be aware, that his heart is conscious and not distracted by any worldly matter. Ibn Qutayba said he is listening to the book of Allah, God, while his heart is present and understands, not being inattentive or unaware. If the heart is inattentive, lacking understanding concerning what is being said, as well as failing to see or meditate on it, then there is an obstruction. If however the Quran produced an effect on the receiver, which is the living heart, and the condition of listening was fulfilled and the heart is not engaged with something other than the meaning of the speech, the desired effect will occur, which is obtaining benefit from the Quran and remembrance. The living heart. Some people may say, if the effect will take place by the combination of these matters, what is the purpose of the article or, in the verse, or gives ear? While it is the article and, which joins two matters and not or, which indicates only one. To this, it can be said, this is a good question and the answer is as follows. The speech includes the article or, because it considers the case of the one being addressed and called. Many people have a naturally living heart, and so whenever he thinks and meditates, his heart and mind will lead him to the truth of the Quran, and his heart will believe in what the Quran has said. And here the passing of the Quran over his heart will only increase his natural light. This is the description of those, about whom Allah, God, says,
وَيَرَى الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ هُوَ الْحَقَّ وَيَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ.
Which means, and those who have been given knowledge see that what is revealed to you from your Lord is the truth, and it guides to the path of the exalted in might, the praiseworthy. Chapter 34, verse 6. And He, the Almighty, says about them, in chapter 24 verse 35,
الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم.
Which means, Allah, God, is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of his light is as if there were a niche and within it a lamp. The lamp is in glass, the glass as it were a brilliant star, lit from a blessed tree, an olive, neither of the east, meaning, neither it gets sun rays only in the morning, nor of the west, means nor it gets sun rays only in the afternoon, but it is exposed to the sun all day long, whose oil would almost glow forth of itself, though no fire touched it. Light upon light. Allah, God, guides to his light whom he wills. Chapter Al-Nur 24 verse 35. This is the natural light of the pious heart, that recognizes the light and beauty of the divine light, contained in the truth of the Quran, and this is the state of the owner of a living heart that is aware. Ibn al-Qayyim said, we have mentioned some of the lessons contained in this verse in one of the books. The owner of the heart combines his own heart and the meanings of the Quran. He finds that it is as if it was written in his heart, and he reads and comprehends it with his heart. Many people do not possess a perfectly prepared and aware heart, namely a completely living heart. Such a heart needs a witness to distinguish between right and wrong. The life of his heart, his light, and his natural brightness do not reach the level of the owner of a living and aware heart. The way to lead him to this guidance is to dedicate his hearing to the words of the Quran and his heart to think, meditate, and comprehend its meaning. He will then know that it is the truth. 1. The state of he who sees with his own eyes what he is being called to, and told about. 2. The state of he who knows the truthfulness and piety of he who is informing him and says, his truthfulness is enough for me. Such is the level of faith, while the first is the level of Sun. The first reaches assured knowledge and his heart is promoted to the rank of the assured I, while the other has definite belief, which rescued him from disbelief and enabled him to enter into Islam.
The assured I is of two kinds, one in this worldly life and the other in the hereafter. The one which is found in this life, is attributed to the heart, like an eyewitness. Whatever the messenger told us about unseen matters, will be seen in the hereafter with our own eyes, and in this life such things will be seen by insight.